Hey y'all, and you're welcome to Kaki's vlog. This video is dedicated to our little ones, the ones in early years. You can call them the EYFS, our nurseries and nursery children, and the teachers who teach them, our parents, and everyone in general that has a little one at home. As you can see, these are the names of the resources. So when you go to the bookshop next time or the big supermarket, you can find these resources. Specifically, they are tailored to meet the learning needs of our children. Now, what is so important about them is the fact that it develops in them creativity, but more than that, it helps them to pronounce, it helps them to identify time. As you can see, the resources help the children with things around the house, lets them to pronounce simple words. You know that these are fruits, these are vegetables, these are items you find in the kitchen, they're for eating. They can categorize them into fruits, veggies, into sweets, into resources that are man-made, resources that are for the house, for the school, and things like that. It helps them pronounce your simple things from fish to milk, apple juice, peppers. They can identify. So you have some kinesthetic or fine motor skills going on there. They look at the pictures and they are able to match the pictures to those words. So if you say, show me eggs, they can point to eggs, and so on and so forth. And here is another material. Now, the Ladybird material also helps with numbers. As you can see behind the pictures of the Ladybird material, you have numbers. So what it does is to help them count how many bugs are there. They can count if there are 3 bugs, and you have the number represented at the back. Here's another material, and this material is also good for counting, for creative reasoning, and for critical thinking. There are lots of materials. Here is a threading material. Now it has pebbles, of course, and it has a rope. Now it helps the children's fine motor skills from hand to resource, in the sense that they grab the threads and they're able to put it into the holes of the pebbles and string it along. This is very common. This is a very common resource used in early years because it helps the children with their hands, especially for special needs children who are developing their fine motor skills. They're not able to hold steady any resource at all. So you can help them with threading pebbles, a very good material. And this is another material that helps with spellings, identifying pictures to the words, and also with the sounds. So you have your your consonants, your vowels, and they use these sounds to identify with the pictures as well. So as you can see, we have car, apple, we can see the letters k, so on and so forth. So these are good materials as well. You need to get them because they help your children get accustomed to words. They expand their vocabulary. You can show them the front and say, what is this sound? They tell you the sound and they can match it with the objects. Yeah, so what you're doing here is to help them to identify as many objects as possible. So you bring out a picture of an object, and then you bring out a picture of a sound, a letter and a sound, and you tell them to match the sound with the object while pronouncing what that object is. So that's f, and you match it to the picture, fish, and you tell them to pronounce the word fish. It's that simple, and they keep on doing this every day, and imagine how much expansive their vocabulary is going to be. I highly recommend these resources for us all. Another thing to note is the fact that for special needs children who are not used to vocalizing their words, this is also important. Yes, and these are special needs resources to help the children communicate. They know it's snack time, they know it's classroom, they know what help is, they know how to use their hands to communicate, they know what a sensory room is, they know the emojis for kindness, so on and so forth. And lastly are our coloring items, our coloring books. Children love to color. If there's any gift you can give your child right now is a coloring book. Set them rolling to make their colors look beautiful, creative, and just make them busy all through. Get them nice books, and it will be amazing the kinds of colors they're able to combine and produce good creative work.